Good evening, folks. Cliff here with Fox It Outdoors. Little video update for y'all. Got myself some potting mix, some soil, garden soil. This is the, there we go, garden soil, flower, and veggies. Just kind of mixing the two together on top of some compost mix that I had already in here. As you can see, I have my citrus trees out here today. These are the Mexican limes that I transplanted from seed, or that I grew from seed, sorry. Just out here with my little bucket of bottom mix. I'm just using this to stick on the bottom just so all the soil doesn't clog up the holes. I have already transferred 2 of these. Let me walk you through real quick. I already transferred these 2. They're already in their new pots. So these are the pots that I'm using. They're these little terracotta planter pots. I need to dump all these nails out because I got 1,000 nails. So these are the pots they're going in. It's an 8-inch terracotta planter pot, plastic. Sorry, terracotta colored plastic planter. And I'm just sticking a little bit of the chopped, or my free homemade mulch in the bottom of this, putting about 1 inch of it just above the lip of the little fins down there. And then I'm transplanting these. This one's going to be a fun one. I'm going to have to actually break this one apart completely so I separate the roots, because it is 2 different seed 2 trees. It is hard to see, but that is actually, let me get this leaf out of the way, a fat finger in the way, but yeah, that's actually 2 stems. So I'll be separating those ones. I've got another one that I'm doing the same thing with. Second half, this is my leftover mess from the pallets. I have disassembled all of my pallets. As you can see, the stack is no longer here. I did it the easy way. I just cut all of the slats off at the edge of the 2x. Same thing with this. You can see here I just trimmed off the edges. So I'll have all of that to burn. I'll have all of those I can turn into kindling sticks or whatever. This will get the same way. That'll just get processed and burned. Had about 12 of those 2x4s, 2 of which were sort of twisted, so I can't really use them, but they'll make good firewood. Aside from that, I don't know, I guess a quick little update here. Just to prove that I was doing as I said I was going to be doing. So all of my stuff is labeled. So these are eggplant, and that's just the back row. So back behind the sticker or the marker is where I have eggplant. I have not a darn thing in the front just yet, but I will be planting stuff there. This is my, supposedly, this is the knee plus almonds that I've been talking about. Hopefully this thing does something, but to me it already looks dead, so I'm a little disappointed. Same with the other one. I did plant some bell peppers up to about here, so across there I put about 9 or 12 of them in there. I do have randomly, surprisingly, 1 lettuce and 1 carrot popping up. But the funny thing is I still haven't planted carrots over here yet. I have the same thing on this side. Get my stuff out of the way. I got bell peppers up to about right there, they go across. I did plant on this one here. I have this one goes about halfway, so where my halfway mark is across, it goes straight that way. And this one was peas. These are the sugar snap peas. My garlic is still doing well. Over here I have pinto beans. I do have it marked, so it is, see, marked. I have it, where's my tag at? I have it marked as pinto. I have about 6 of them in there. I put 2 on each pole. I pretty much have everything out of the greenhouse now at this point. I'm just waiting for everything to grow. These are my Peter peppers. I'm just letting them do what they're doing, and they're actually doing really well on this vine. On my overwintered, I just got to trim these off so it'll start producing more, and then give this a bit of a haircut. I don't know if I did this on the last video, but I have tarragon in this potter, in this plant. My onions are doing fine. I have some just a basic oregano here. Bell peppers, sorry, not bell peppers, my Baby cakes, blackberry is doing okay. And strawberries around it, which are actually taking over. Strawberries down here. So there's my last citrus tree right there that I got to transplant. Shade house is actually doing pretty good right now. Aside from the actual sun, I got to get the other side set up. I'm trying to see if I can do anything with this one that I got at the Dollar General last year. I got a couple of cuttings in this pot down here, or this cup, sorry, glass jar. I have a rose stem cutting and a couple of pine tree cuttings. Onions are doing their oniony thing. They're getting massive. My corn, which don't know if that one's actually not going to be too do well. I'll do another video on that later. Dragged everything, like I said, I had to put everything back in last week because of a frost, but I pulled everything out. I don't know if you can see, but I got quite a few lemons on here. Lemon there, lemon there, lemon. About 4 or 5 lemons on here now, but there will be more later, so they are starting to grow. I got lemons all over the place. Oh, there's another one. My potatoes, my onions, which are doing their oniony thing. I just trim them, and after about a week, they get all big. Cherries, I'm still waiting on these things to do something. They will eventually go. My jalapenos, I got to harvest these guys. Oops, didn't mean to take the whole stem off. Stupid thing, but yeah, jalapenos. My Tabasco plant, which, like I said, that thing grew like ridiculously big. I have thyme over here, and pun intended, we'll see how long it takes to get this going, so we'll see in time. My $18 stick is finally doing something. And this one was the Golden Delicious for 18 bucks, so that's my $18 stick. Finally getting leaves on it. Another year or two, this will have actual branches on there. This one here was as you can see, I got my planter tag way down there. This was the loofahs. I did a patch about 9 of them in here. And this is just how I have the grid layout. I figured it'd be easier this way because it wouldn't set the other way without being stabbed, so I didn't do them that way. My other potatoes, my other set of onions, which I could probably take this planter tag out. Oh, my tag just broke off. That's unfortunate. Also got to buy more of these things. Other tree, here's the 1 key lime that I transplanted already. Nice little guy over here, doing well. Did have a bit of a dead spot here on it, but that's okay. I can work with that. We'll see how long it takes to get some new growth on here, but I figure it'll do well in this planter. I did have another plant in here. It was one of the trees, but since the tree died, I used the planter for something else. My tulips, as you can see, they just bit the dust. I don't know what happened. I'll see if they come back. If not, well, there goes a bunch of tulips. There was like $14, $6 worth of tulips that bulbed out, and I planted them. Over here we have Thai dwarf chilies. I think I put about 10 in there. My other garlic is doing well. My yellow ghost pepper plant, producing, keeps drying out. And then this one is my other jalapeno plant. Still a bunch of jalapenos on there. That is not a Fuji. That was my apple tree that was in the terracotta pot that I now have the limes in. I have an onion over here. That's that sweet onion. 1 lettuce. More onions here. I am waiting for just this one to bulb. I have cut the other ones off because I don't want them to fruit yet. I just want this one. And then this is my Mexican limes. I got to take care of this branch here because it is covered in scale. Really starting to irk me. But I've been dealing with the ants in here like crazy. They are pissing me off. Aside from that, I do have, let's see, over here. Oh, here's some good news. I got let me get out of the way here. My blueberries. This one's coming back with a vengeance. as is that one over there. As you can see, it's already starting to produce fruit. Or I guess fruits is starting to, well, it's flowering, so I'll get something off here. That one's coming back. I do believe this one died, as well as that one's pretty much dead. And then here's my pineapple, still doing good. Like I said, outer leaves always dying on it, but still kicking. I have right here, I didn't label it, but I know it's in there. It's a mix of beans and corn, and I'm just seeing which one pops up first. Sorry, I had to take a brief moment. Not sneeze on the camera. Over here, I have the worst shorthand possible, but these are my watermelon radishes. I have about 8 or 9 in here. And then over here, I got bored, so I planted sweet corn. There is 9 in here. Nothing over there, and sadly, nothing in this planter. Not yet. This one had carrots and potatoes in it. The potatoes are still doing okay. As you can see, those are doing quite well. Stems look terrible, but foliage is fine. Oop, yep, I knew it was just going to be a matter of time. Literally a matter of a day. And this is what my potato patch looks like. They are starting to pop up real nicely. I know it's really hard to see with the angle, but yeah, it is. There's green everywhere through here. I've got a couple spots where it hasn't quite breached the surface yet, but it will eventually. So like right here, I'm missing some over there, missing one here, and a couple down there. But again, like I said, given a couple of days, they'll pop up. Most likely by next week, everything will be breached. It'll breach the surface. And then my garlic update for the hardneck. As I said, every one of these is germinated. I do apologize for the siren noise. I live like 2 minutes away from the fire department, or from the firehouse. But yeah, these guys have germinated. I'm just keeping them moist so they don't dry out and die. Over here, these ones are doing actually way better than the other side. But yeah, same difference. I planted these both on the same day on both pots, but I have 100% germination on these. There's the back side of the potatoes. And then I have jalapenos over here as labeled. I spelled them completely wrong, but I don't care because I'm being funny this week. My rosemary looks half dead, and it probably is, but I'll live. More garlic over here. And this one was eggplant. Yes, it is labeled. Eggplant. And unfortunately, I'm disappointed over here. I had black turtle bush beans on this side, and unfortunately I had a cold spell, like I said, and it essentially wiped out all of my plants. So nope, I got one that actually looked like it survived somehow. But yeah, I had about 12 of them in here. I had 3 in the middle and then like a bunch on the outside, and it just toasted them. My sinuses are being weird now. It's really annoying. So I have bell pepper on, oh damn pole. Sorry about that. Pole killed me out of focus. So right here in front of the sticker, all the way to here, I have bell peppers. Looks like my carrots are starting to pop up. So I do have carrots, planted them on the 10th. And then behind here I have cowpeas. I have 2 rows. I have 1 for each section of grid, and then in between. But I don't know if I can get it to focus on here. Right there's a bit of green. You can see some green popping up back there. Those are my carrots. Looks like I got another one right in front of this. But they are starting to pop up, which is good. That's what I want to see. And I sprinkled a whole bunch of carrots in here, like a ton of them. And then nothing in here. I did plant over here. I gotta water these guys. I was supposed to do that the other day and I forgot. I got some tapines, the ones from Jason, aka Pest Hunter Outdoors. They're in here. Whatever I had left, I just kind of sprinkled them in there and just kind of mixed them in the dirt. Something poked me. I swear to God. That was a freaking bug just walking around on the inside of my shirt. Anyways, and then I got daikon radish over here. I got about 6 or 8 of them. And then, last but not least, over here we've got some Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I have those back on this space, the same thing. One in front of each grid, and then I spaced them on the second row halfway. And then this is the other half of the pole beans. I got a ton of, ooh, there's a sticker bush. When you can identify sticker bushes just by looking at the leaves, that is a thistle. Or not a thistle, that is one of those nasty bullthorns. And then I got all these little wild grasses that pop up in here constantly. There's another one. And that is an elm tree. I don't like those in here either. They're popping up left and right. They're getting thick. But yeah, I got some beans over here, beans over here. I'm waiting for the other ones to germinate, which is weird because I planted them the same way. One in front of each grid and then spaced halfway. So the fact that I only got 4 out of like 12 in here is kind of annoying. So 10 of them. So I've got 4 out of 10, which is kind of weird. But I can always put more in there. It's not going to kill them any. And again, those were the Kentucky Wonder pole beans. Going this way, I just have my mint down here, doing my mint thingies. I have nothing over here yet. This is all my garlic. It looks like most of them germinated. I guess I must have had not enough. I think that's the reason why I put the pole and the light post in the back, because I only had 8 of these. But all of them popped up, and again, this is the hardneck garlic. I do have it labeled. Forgot what day I put it in here though. Oh, 3/12/25. And then just my onions. I've already had to cut off the seed pod on this one because it was flowering, and I didn't need that one just yet. And the piece de resistance over here is my giant freaking parsley bush. I told you guys this thing was getting massive. Like, it gets big fast. I do got to spray it off because it does have a bunch of aphids on there, but yeah, I'll just hit it with a hose and wash most of them off. And then aside from that, I have sweet corn over here on this weird trellis design thingy that I was being weird with. So there's what I got for the trellis. It's like 5 poles with the cross members just sitting in there all weird. It looks funny sitting next to my archway, but essentially this is what I have, just because I wanted to get something a little decorative over here, I guess, or just trying to get more stuff to grow in limited space, which is why I'm growing more vertically. But nothing's popped up yet. I only planted these a couple of days ago, the 20th. So take a while. I probably got to add more water to these, get them more wet, and then put some cover on them so they have some sort of shade. And sadly, I have nothing in there or the main planter right now. And that looks like that is the end of the tour. We're about to hit square one back where we started. So thank you folks for joining me on this lovely garden update. Well, anyways, again, thank you. Throw that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you can, share this out with anybody that's into gardening. I'm still a new gardener myself, so I like meeting new people and helping them out. Anyways, this is going to be Fox at Outdoors signing off. You all folks have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.